Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Another exciting episode of Parts and Restoration. This week I'll be doing some demolition in my new shop, removing some existing structures from the shop that I'm looking to get rid of. Take a look at the other videos I've posted on demolition. I've been very busy. The tools that I brought to the fight today for demolition, I brought a 6-pound flathead axe and a 6-foot New York roof hook, or New York hook. This tool was originally called the Halligan hook, designed in the 40s by a fire chief in New York City, designed to pry up roof decking. And I'm using it to pry up floor decking to great advantage in this video. The geometry of the tool brings a ton of leverage to the fight. It brings its own fulcrum and allows you to generate a lot of force. Now, working these two tools together, you can do a lot of really cool tricks. For instance, using the axe as a fulcrum to generate some more leverage. Or using the axe to capture the progress of a spread that you make. Anytime you try and pry on something, that object being pried upon is going to act as a spring. It's going to be under tension, it's going to want to spring back to its original position. And in order to get a little more leverage and bring a little bit more oomph to the fight, it's advisable to wedge that object open to hold the object, to capture the progress you've made of that spread. And you can see me doing that to great effect with the axe that I brought with me. For instance, there, prying and holding that object open, or getting a little extra spread using the width of the axe as a lever. And I will do this all throughout the video. Spread, capture progress, spread, capture progress. It's always good to have a second tool that you can use to capture your progress doing demolition. And it's also a good idea to know what the hell you're doing, which I clearly don't. But fortunately, I made it out okay. Except for this time when I got stabbed in the arm with a nail from this old coat hanger. A lot of fun. But now again, I'm using my swing wedge, my axe, to wedge this coat rack off the wall. Quick work, apply some leverage, and of course you have a nice chopping edge and a flat, square, smashing edge on the flathead axe to soften up places that are sticking, as that place on this board was, and just makes really quick work of demolition. Matter of fact, I haven't used power tools really on any of the demolition work I've done in this shop, and you can see the other video. I used this 6-foot New York hook to pull a lot of walls and ceilings down. I used the axe to remove joists and wall studs, and I've just been very busy with these two hand tools together. They're really killing it. Once I get all this debris up off the floor, I rip the carpet out off camera and go to work on the decking. This piece was really giving me trouble, so I used my body when a tool would have done. No injury on that one. Got lucky again. Now, this is OSB, oriented strand board. It's essentially wood chips and glue. And when I tried to pry it away, the decking just cracked away. So I wound up attacking all of the connection points. All of the screw heads, just sheared them off with the blade of the axe and just popped it right off once nothing was holding it in place, except for the shaft portions, the screw shaft portions of the screws. Yeah, baby. I kind of resolved it myself that I was going to do this all with hand tools. I could have used a screwdriver or a drill, but I did not. Shearing screw heads on this one as well, also OSB. Allowed me to pry that right up, no problem. You can see I'm going to create a purchase point using a chop of the axe, a place where I can place the prying end of my New York hook into that hole and create some leverage. Capture my progress with the axe and pry it right on out. Good little kick to set the tool every time. You'll see me do that here in a moment. Really worked well. Also, good idea to pay attention at a demolition site. I was talking to my mother and father. A little distracted. It happens. Again, capturing progress with the axe. Take a little bite. Wedge what I got. Now I'm using the axe as a fulcrum once again. To just pry these boards out. Worked really well. Now I'm using another tool. This is an old hammer that I have with a wide bill on it. I don't know what hammer this is. Maybe someone can post in the description what it is. But I'm prying a little bit, capturing my progress, kicking it in. Prying a little bit, capturing my progress, all the way down, pulling the screws out of the floor joists, and just moving my way along the board. Now the tool here, you can see me using it in a different way. There are two hook ends on that prying end of the tool that you can use to your advantage as best you see fit for the situation. New York roof hook, fantastic tool. The best ones out there are made by the Fire Hooks Unlimited company. Now you can close up with the geometry on there, just see how much leverage you can generate with this thing. Listen to those screw attachment points failing as it goes up and gains more lift. Now my hands are off it now. It's holding itself in place. Get a little bit more leverage on there. My axe has fallen through the floor deck at this point.
It was at this time that the Demolition Man decided that it was time to take a break and quench his thirst with a nice blue Gatorade. Glug 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 glug.
Fully energized, destroying everything, back in the fight with blue sweat all over my face. And as you can see, just proceeding back into the work. It's a lot of work. This is quite repetitive, but I really thought it's worth showing. This tool is incredible for applying leverage to whatever you need to apply leverage to. And working with a progress capture device like an axe or a beefy, I think that's a bodywork hammer, really does the job. This has been a really fun process. It generates a ton of debris, and I am working alone, so as I go, I'm making big piles. The dumpster company brought me a small dumpster instead of a larger one that I requested, so I had to really take my time to load it properly, to load it like an absolute jigsaw puzzle. Maximize every inch of the space that I've been given. Yeah, thanks for taking a look at the video. This has been a great, exciting process. I know this is not my normal work, but I'm kind of restoring this old building to its original garage configuration. So I guess this is kind of all parts and restoration after all. It's been a lot of fun, and when this is all done, it's going to be a fantastic shop space, and I can't wait to share some new stuff with you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and consider supporting me on Patreon at Parts and Restoration. Follow my daily Instagram adventure on Instagram at Parts and Restoration. You can also find me on Facebook and Reddit. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.